でも優しい顔立ちはお母さん譲りだわ。うちのはみんな目つきが悪いもの。
私フォルトナ母様の目好きだよ。フォルトナ母様はお父さんの妹なの。本当のお父さんとお母さんは忙しくて一緒にいられないからって、私はフォルトナ母様に預けられていたのよ。
Hello everybody, MegaZodeX here, back at it again to give y'all another very exciting video, and for today I have none other than my ReZero episode 17 review called A Journey Through Memories. If you haven't already done so, you can go ahead and click that card in the corner to check out my episode 16 review. You need a recap or you just so happen to miss it, and then bounce back over and watch this one though. Man, like I said with this one, you know, it's about time we finally took a breather within ReZero, and for the most part, for this backstory for Emilia, it was honestly pretty laid back. It was not that intense, you know, not that edgy or, you know, with that dark lore that we usually get within ReZero or like dark moments. We didn't get a lot of that within this episode. Maybe a little bit towards the end though, but not that much. And for once, you know what, I like this little change of pace because we know it's about to get very dark within the next episode though. But it was just really kind of nice to just go through and see Emilia's backstory, where she came from. Got to even see a few other characters and see how their origins actually began as well though. So some very interesting stuff though, but I got a lot more to say in this review though, so let's go ahead and get up into it though. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight up into this episode review for ReZero Season 2. Between Emilia, Subaru, and Garfield, Emilia's trial is by far the most complex. That makes sense given how much mystery has surrounded Emilia's backstory up to this point. I went into this episode expecting her past to be heavy, but it's probably for the best that this episode takes its time getting to the soul-crushing part. For the most part, this was actually the most lighthearted episode of Season 2, featuring a disarmingly cute Emilia and the return of the quirkier tracks featured in the soundtrack of Season 1, and gosh by golly, this whole episode with, you know, young Emilia, oh my gosh, it was just so cute right there. I don't know, man. Oh shoot, like Emilia is, you know, #1 girl for a lot of different reasons though, but seeing her, you know, young like that with her attitude and stuff like that, oh gosh, it was just super adorable though. I just have to go ahead and say that right there though. But the brilliance of this episode is that it doesn't stop to comment on the massive elephants in the room. The viewer is left to make inferences for themselves. The most notable presence is that Geese, who seems to be, you know, a main figure here, is complete contrast to the crazed Sin Archbishop that he eventually became. He seems to be struggling with guilt over something that took place a long time ago, and he regards younger Emilia as a savior. It now makes sense why Beatrice was sad about his death early in Season 2, and it also puts into context a brief scene in Season 1, Episode 23, when tears fall from her eyes after she takes down Pettigese. She might not have remembered him at this point, but on some level, she must have sensed how important he had once been to her. The elf Fortuna is Emilia's aunt, who acts like her mother figure, because apparently Emilia's real parents are absent due to some seemingly tragic circumstances. If Emilia's dad is Fortuna's brother, then that implies that her mother is a human. Even in a big backstory episode, so many aspects of Emilia's background are still shrouded in mystery, which is honestly kind of frustrating, but given that ReZero has a habit of drip feeding us its deep lore, then I'll take what I can get at this point. This episode was mostly concerned with setting the scene for tragedy, making a big point of the imposing seal situated in the forest. We know that the people of the forest end up becoming frozen statues, and that a perpetual snow covers the land. The question is how that came to pass and what emotional effect it had on Emilia. When the Sin Archbishop of Greed Regulus shows up at the end, which we saw this dude way back early in Season 2 within the first core, back within like Episode 2 or so, it's a pretty clear signal that things are about to take a nasty turn for the worse. maybe we'll get to see more context for why the normally ever-curious Echidna is so disinterested and outright dismissive of Emilia throughout this episode. When it is all said and done, this was a very interesting episode. After recalling her happiest childhood memories, let's see if Emilia now has what it takes to face the darkness head on. And that's basically all I have to say within this week's episode review for ReZero. Now, shoot, man, things are about to get real good right here. I really did like, how simple this episode was, and just, gosh, we even got to see how Pettigis was, his origins, how he was when he was normal instead of that crazed archbishop that we known him for within season 1. We got to see where he got to come from. We got to see a little bit of Emilia's past, get to see who basically kind of acted like the mother figure in her life, being her aunt, and that was really nice though. And just seeing how sweet and adorable young Emilia was, it was just some really cute moments right there though. You just kind of pulled on the heartstrings a little bit though. But I feel like, oh gosh, this was just really an episode that sort of kind of dip your toe in the water, because someone's about to come right behind you and push you in the pool, and now you're about to either sink or swim for this next upcoming episode. Because I can tell that this next episode that we're gonna get is gonna be very dark, so you might as well go ahead and brace yourselves though. But y'all gotta let me know down in the comment section down below, what all do you think about this episode, and what characters you really like seeing. Do you like seeing, Pettigis, back in action again within this episode, or did you like to see those cute little Emilia moments? What do you think about her aunt, and just anything else within the episode? Just let me know down in the comment section down below though. But that about does it in terms of this review though. So if you really like this review, go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and that bell to stay up to date on all things ReZero that's happening this season, y'all. So remember, y'all, until whatever video I make next, see y'all.
いい加減に自分に酔いながら話すのをやめなさい。あなたは何者なの？
魔女教滞在司教強欲担当レグルス・コルニアス。